This is verse 6 of the fourth chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. The devil, of course, is in the midst of this attempt to trip Jesus up by means of these various temptations. The first one has failed. Now he's conveyed Jesus to the ledge or the pinnacle, a high point of the temple, a crowded place. There's people there. Some think this may be so Jesus could display a spectacle. That might be the inducement. Maybe it's just a temptation offered to Jesus to sort of prove that God is caring for him, that he won't hurt himself, whatever it may be. The actual temptation is put to Jesus that he should cast himself down, and that's what we find here. And in this case, the devil justifies it by quoting the scripture himself. So we have kai, the connective, with lege. From lego, I say, this is a third person singular, present active indicative. He says, auto, indirect object. Dative, singular, masculine, he says to him. Using the same formula as we saw in the first temptation, a. This is the word if with the indicative, so it would suggest something like since or in light of the fact. Huios, son, a, second person singular, present active indicative of a, me, I am, if, son, you are, to, the genitive, singular, masculine article, to, of the God. So if, son, of the God you are, then a command, bale, from balo, I cast, second person singular, aorist active imperative, cast, reflexive pronoun, seauton, cast yourself. Kato, this is an indeclinable adverb, it means down. Gepgraptai, this is the third person singular, perfect active indicative, it stands written, would be the sense of it. Referring to the scriptures, it stands written. Gar, postpositive, for it stands written. Hoti, introducing a direct quote here, for it stands written, that. And then quoting tois, this is the dative plural masculine article, to the. Angelois, this is from angelos, messengers or angels. To the angels, out to, of him, to his angels. So it's a quote in which God is the one with reference here, giving a command to the angels of him. Intelletai, this is from intellomai, and the preposition with telos is the root of this, the end or the purpose. Coming together, it means to command something, to set someone on a course toward a certain purpose. This is the third person singular future, middle in form, active in meaning, verbs. So he will, future tense, command. So to the angels of him he will give command. Peri, su, that is the preposition with the genitive, concerning you. Kai, epi, preposition, takes the genitive, upon hands. Kairos is the word for hands, or hand. Erusen, from iro, I take up or I take away. Third person singular future, active indicative. They will carry you away or take you away. Idiomatically here, the sense of protect you, guard you. Se, the direct object, the second person pronoun, and the accusative. So on their hands, or on the hands of the angels, they will carry you. Mepote means less perchance. We'll customarily take the subjunctive, which we have here. Proskupses, less perchance. Kopto means to strike. Proskoptu, and strengthens it some, to strike or stub, or usually translated dash. To hit something hard with your toe is the idea of it. Causing pain, can cause breakage of a bone. Less perchance you dash or strike your foot. Pros, preposition, takes the accusative, lithon, to a stone. So proskupses, striking your foot to a stone, and then tone, the accusative with the poda, the word pous, which means a foot. This is the accusative singular, the foot of you, lest you strike your foot. against a stone. So it's roughly quoting the Old Testament text, omitting a part of the quote that has to do with directing you in your ways. The devil didn't want to remind Jesus of the ways that he was called to as the Messiah, but he simply wants to try to put it in his head that God is going to protect him, that he can sort of live dangerously, take unwarranted risks, and that seems to be the principal temptation that's being put to Jesus here at this point.